Okay, check this out. So I'm back at my Grimace, and it's been a little hot while since I've, kind of did the old gym video, but I thought I'd do a video because you guys are talking a lot about how you start this damn thing. And it doesn't matter how many videos I do on how to start the ketogenic diet, people are still asking me how to do it. So let's go into a little details on how you do the ketogenic diet. So basically, what you want to do is you want to find out if you're metabolically deranged. Well, what the hell is that? Well, some of the symptoms are poor sleep. Now, a lot of people think that they have good sleep because they can crash. If you're crashing, your sleep might actually suck balls because you might have adrenal fatigue. You might be just exerting the body till it finally gives out towards the end of the day. You might not be reaching that 5th level of sleep to reach REM state, or you might wake up tired, or you might have interrupted sleep where you can't go back to sleep. There's a million things that indicate that your sleep isn't as good as you once thought. So let's go more into it. So that's like a really big indication of metabolic damage. The biggest one is feeling tired. Most people are like, no, I wake up great, but then around 2 o'clock or between, I'd say around 1:30 to 4, people crash. If you're crashing, that's another sign of metabolic derangement and adrenal issues. Yes, your adrenals are being overused. Drinking coffee, drinking even just 1 cup of coffee. What else? Blood sugar dysregulation, right? Which I just described. Crashing in the afternoon. Being tired all day long, getting moody if you don't eat every 2 hours, being estrogen dominant, having low testosterone. These are like manageable things. People who've got leaky gut, thyroid symptoms, cold hands, feet, thinning hair. I mean, the list freaking goes on and on. Those people behind me, trust, they've got something, because everybody's got something because of the way that we grow up in this garbage. If the camera can focus. Yes, adjust to the light. Okay, so how do you start? Well, most people have some kind of damage. So I'm just like, if you hear about the ketogenic diet or the non-BS, as I call it, lifestyle, you might want to graduate your carbohydrates down slowly. Like most people eat around 250 to 300 carbs a day. Take it down to 120, then take it down to 100. Give yourself 5 weeks to do it. If you're in a hurry, give yourself 3 weeks. Start at 90, then go 70, then go 50, down to 20, and then stop at 15 carbs. Now, do net carbs count? Yes. For cruciferous vegetables, when you start getting to things like ketchup and things that have been processed, I wouldn't count the net carbs in those types of foods. I would count the total carbs. Okay. What else? So what do you want to do? You want to graduate yourself down slowly. And, I'm just giving you guys some rough numbers, so they're not exact. And I often don't put people on exact numbers because our bodies are in flux. Yes, we're in flux. So what do you want to do? You want, for men who are over, let's say, 5'10" and higher, who are athletic or who are young, I would definitely say that you can push your protein maybe to 80, 85. But I really think that 75 is a good number for men who are active. If you're a shorter guy who's inactive or older, crank that stuff down between 65 and 70 grams of protein, and I didn't stutter, a day. Yes, a friggin' day. Now, what else? You get really funky with the outfits, and you get a good personality, and you get the business. I'm just saying. Okay, so what else do you want to do? You want to get a freaking glucometer that tests blood ketones and blood glucose. In fact, blood glucose, funky word, is just as important as the ketones to check. Because if you want to know if you're deranged, check your glucose. If you're not eating carbs, it should be under 80. And your ketones should be up around like 1.8. And I've said this before in videos. If you've never even done the ketogenic diet and test your blood glucose and you want to be a normal, healthy person, your fasted glucose should sit around, 90-ish, but it should be under 100. Okay, so with that said, you want to get a glucometer There's all different kinds, guys. The one that is the most notable one is Precision Extra in the US. But sometimes them suckers, they're not always perfect, but they're the closest damn thing you can get. There's Freestyle's a new great brand from Canada. There's brands from the strips. There are really cheap ketone strips from Australia. I gotta go and find out the name of them, but there's some really cheaper strips, ketone strips. You can also get ketone strips from Amazon without, I guess, the packaging. It's cheaper. Precision Extra ketone strips. Hello. Without the packaging can also be quite affordable. Now, so we're at 5 minutes. Okay, we're 5 something. Let's keep it going. So what you want to do is you want to get your sleep rock star, because you're not going to keto adapt if you don't get your sleep rock star, and you have to dream. And you want to dream like 3 times a night, not a week or a month, a night. And if you're not dreaming, you may not produce ketones because your adrenals are overloaded. Thyroid symptoms, yes, tired like a mother sucker. Dry skin, dry hair, thinning hair, cold hands and feet, I think I said that. There's a few thyroid symptoms you might want to consider. And yes, if you have a thyroid issue, you can do keto, but you want to go very slowly and get your body to adjust using the ketones. Now, I've said this in a million videos. It's a period between dropping your carbs down to 15 carbs a day and upping your fat to 80 grams, not 80 grams, 80%, maybe 200 grams to start off with. It's a stretch to think that you're going to get into ketosis right away. Most people do not. They go through this really annoying purgatory state of not being adapted, and people are expecting weight loss. If you go on to the before and after BS, a lot of people are losing muscle and water. And I need to do another video about starvation mode, because a lot of you guys who try to diet on like the fat fast, which is, I'm not even going to go into that, or the HCG, disgusting. A lot of you guys go into starvation mode. So you keep dropping weight on the scale, but you're actually dropping muscle and water, and you actually get a little flabbier. But I digress. Use your glucometer, and you want to be in that range, like I said, under 80, and which would be 4.4 millimolars for the glucose for the rest of the planet. And you want to be around a 2 or higher, or 1.8 or higher with your ketone millimolars to signify ketosis. They must be in opposition, as I've stated before. You can have high glucose and high ketones. That is not highly adapted. That's a pain in the ass. But this is how you start this stuff. But really, it's about your personality. It's about being able to pre-prep your food. It's about eating fatty meats. It's about using teas and soups and bone broth to get as much fat in. Pour your fat in drinks, yes, or cook with it, guys. I don't know how hard it is. Do not cook with MCT oil or avocado oil, please. The keto body loves animal fats, duck fat, tallow, lard, beef tallows, butter, if you can handle that, or ghee. Yes, meat fats like the chicken drum, thigh, wing, beef, bison, grass-fed animals, salmon. These are the fatty meats that you want. If you're doing tuna and turkey breast or chicken breast, that's a big no-no. Okay, what else? You want to consider getting at least 2 liters of water a day if you're not a big sweater. And you need your electrolytes. I don't really prescribe a lot of supplements, but magnesium, that's hard to get into the body because our soil is so damn screwed up and depleted of magnesium. So yes, magnesium at night, at least 400 to 500 milligrams. Potassium, those supplements don't really work. It's only 99 milligrams, and we need upwards towards 4,000, so you can get your potassium from spinach and avocado. If you don't like it, get over it. If you've got an allergy, then I understand. Histamine, intolerance, nightshades, all of these things you have to consider for the metabolic derangement issue. A lot of you guys have leaky gut. You're bloated, you're constipated. Oh yeah, that's the thyroid one, I forgot. There's a lot of things that you need to consider: eczema, skin issues, estrogen dominance, liver detoxification by getting on your cruciferous vegetables. No, you cannot eat a lot of fruit. Besides, fruit is genetically modified to be more sweet, so that would not be natural in nature because sweet fruits get attacked by bugs, and so plants want to survive just like humans do, so they should be bitter. Organ meats, be careful with liver. It should be more raw because there's a lot of carbs in it. You have to check your carbs. A lot of you guys are not eating enough fat. Your carb count is going up too high, and the worst of all, your protein. Do not use cacao or green tea caffeinated or decaffeinated or caffeinated anything, and no freaking nasty nuts that have mycotoxins and mold and all this stuff. There's a lot that you got to do, and learn how to spice your food. I'm going to go home and do another video about a big box of spices that I just got. This is just a quick rant at my grimace. I'm having an awesome time. I wanted to do another revisited how to get into ketosis, but you know what? Keto gives you energy all day long. This is Stephanie. I'm signing out. I've been in ketosis now 6 years. Well, just shy of 6 years. I'm 47, going on 48, and I have not refed on carbs. Anything over 20 grams of carbs in almost 6 years. So it is an amazing existence to live. My epigenetics are thanking me all day long. Learn more about the MTHFR gene mutation, because a lot of you guys who have, like you've got Crohn's, or you've got thyroid, or you've got adrenal, something, even cancer, you might have that gene mutation. Go check it out. A lot of women have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Yes. Check out other things like fibroids. A woman wanted me to do a video about if you can shrink fibroids with keto. Yes, absolutely. That will have to be its own separate video. Endometriosis and guys with low testosterone. You know I'm talking about you. You know that, right? You know that, right? If I pointed my camera behind me, you would see that all day, every day with guys who are like easily 10, 15, 20 years younger than me. Yikers. Okay, guys, if you want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com, or Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page, or Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagrammy. Peace out.